Hello everyone and welcome back to Hemel-Down Model Railway. So in this video what I'm going to be doing is showing you a new scenic section that I've started on the layout. So without further ado, let's crack on and I'll show you what I've been up to. So this is the start of my new project. What I'm going to do is get this board cut to size. So there used to be just a little triangle piece in this corner. So I just need to jigsaw it in a straight line here. Then what's going to happen is my DC line will still run up and under this piece, but I'll have a set of points here that will take 4 tracks that will go through these 2 tunnels here, and then it's going to be about sort of so wide to house a road that will come along this section. I'm going to remake some of this so that I can join the road from this side onto the next side, so this bridge will then sort of continue further going down this way here, and then I'll use this as a bit of a scenic break, and then I'm going to have an engine shed all at the back here so that I can house some of my DC locos and steam engines all in this section here. So what I'm going to do here is get all this cut, get some of the bridge mocked up, start getting some filler and stuff to blend in a road shape over this side. I've got a 4-lane engine shed to make, so what I'm going to do is sort of just temporarily put that together, see how it fits up in this section, and then I'm going to mark out with some of the track that I have a set of points and some of the 2 tracks that will go through each of these ones and coming back out the other side. So what I'm going to do is a bit of a speeded up version, just show you kind of the basic structures that I get for this section, and then we'll bring you back and kind of show you what it looks like. So this is a little bit more progress now that I have this board cut to match up with this one. I've still got to screw it down, it's a little bit loose, this board here, but then that will all line up sort of nice and flat. This will be where the road is, so I'll have some sort of fencing that will go along here. I'll blend in a little bit of an embankment down here, and then there'll be another tunnel portal that will take the road, the train line that will go sort of through into that section there, and then sort of build all that up as an embankment area in that section. I've cut out a little piece of road so that I can bring a gentle slope as if it's going up sort of a country lane that will then follow that road that will go all the way along there. So it will come from down there, sort of branch round in here. There'll be a little car parking space that I'm going to create as a flat piece just on here, and then a road that will come all the way along here. It will then bridge over this gap, so it will sort of come down here slightly, join back up over there, so it will kind of sort of snake its way over and up just so that completely flows. I'm going to take away this little piece here, and then I'm going to do some extensions to this piece of track. So here we are a little bit later. What I've done is just to mark out with some bits of track that I got donated, just kind of where the points would be. So I would have to cut down this piece here, but I would have a point here, which I could then take the train all the way round, that would loop round to the back there. One could come off and service down through there, and then another one where it would split and come through down here. Then I go through the tunnel, and then at the back here I would have 2 large engine sheds with still enough space that it will kind of cut off the back of that line there. And then this space here would then just become a bit of a loco shed scene, and a place where I could store kind of 4 locos and some rolling stock down on this section here. So yeah, I think that's going to work quite nicely. There'll be some kind of good running shots, as you'll see kind of locos in the back there. This will be like a retaining wall down the length of this piece here, and then with a little sort of tunnel at the back there. I think it will give a lot more to this scene, and then the bridge won't be so high, so I can still do kind of some running shots from here, and you'll see everything in the distance there. I think it's just going to tie up this whole section and give a lot more interest to it without overdoing it. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with kind of the basics of how this will look. What I'm going to do now is to kind of draw a rough template on these boards of where the track will be. It might have to move just ever so slightly, just to make sure that you know, all the clearances around the tunnels and stuff. So as you can see, it's quite close here, so I'll have to make sure it's all nice and sort of straight, and I can get locos up and down it, and a bit of rolling stock as well. But that's the kind of gist of what this section will look like. So if you just imagined that was a double shed on that section, that's kind of the sort of the depth of the other one is. I think it's slightly bigger than that, but it will kind of cut off the back of the tracks there. You can have sort of trains passing in the distance and stuff, as if that's a line that's been put in afterwards. But yeah, it'd be quite nice to have sort of an engine shed area with, you know, sort of a castle scene in the background there. And then equally I can have kind of running shots of stuff, you know, coming out of the engine shed and going down through these tunnels. All of the tunnels will have like Slater's plasticard inside, so they're all sort of got a brick texture and that in them as well. But yeah, I think that's it's definitely the kind of scene that I wanted to go for, just to give a little bit of interest into this side. Originally I was going to have a bit of a town scene, but I'm kind of thinking more, you know, stuff for the locos and interest in this section here, and I think it fills the space quite nicely as well. I could always put in something in down here, some sort of workers buildings or something down in this section here as well. So what I've done here is to remove this sort of triangle piece that was up in this corner here, which now gives me all of this additional space here to do work on the layout. What I'll need to do is to put some new cork and reballast this piece here, and then just reblend in the back of this piece here. I'm going to take out some of these pieces, and also I'm going to remove this as well, so then I can get this track up into this section. I am thinking of maybe connecting this up to this line and having a set of points that will come off and bring the line so it's completely operational, and then I've got the option then to run a line or the trains around the back there, as well as running in front of the camera here as well. So I'm going to crack on and get this removed, and then have a little bit of a play with some ideas. So this would be the new design for this section. the extension of the track would go along here, hit a 4th radius curve and off to a set of points here, and then I'll just have to re-add in a piece there, and then this would then go back how it did before and go underneath the section on there. Then what I can do here is I'd have my road coming over here. I'd have a sort of a single tunnel portal just in here, and a road tunnel that would be on that section as well, and then my river would come up through here and sort of just disappear off into the distance around in this edge here. So here we are with a little mock-up of how the tunnel portals and the bridge, the road bridge, will look from this section. So these will drop down in height to kind of match that, and then there'll be a sort of a gentle slope of a hill coming down onto that one. So where the river is on this section here, and now I've added in the new board, what I'm going to do now is continue the river further down there where there's the polystyrene, and then it will sort of disappear round a corner. So when you're looking from sort of this distance, it will look like it's just going off in the distance there, and then there'll be sort of like a little tunnel for the river and the footpath or the road path that will go through round on this section here. And then I'll probably put a bit of a sort of girder bridge in that section there. It still needs to drop down a little bit because I want it to sort of dip down a little bit, and dip down on this level and this level. So I'll probably take about sort of so much off of those ones, like I have done with this side. And then what I'm going to do then is put a piece of wood that will go from here onto this side, and then put some sort of strengtheners in it, and then I can decide what kind of feature I want to have in the middle here. So that piece of card there is just sort of representing where the bridge will be, but as you can see, sort of takes a little sort of twist into there, branches over, and then it will sort of snake its way back up onto that section. So I hope you can kind of see the look that I'm going for. I think it does add a little bit more to this section of the layout. And then there'll be a road that will come through over a little crossing here, and then sort of back down into this section here. So it should kind of seem like it's a little bit more seamless rather than just this scenery ending abruptly. I'm quite happy that I've decided to replace these little sort of board sections at the end there. Definitely think it adds, you know, to this scene and stuff. So it's a lot of work to get all the detailing done. So what I'm going to do now is part of the, before I do the next update, is to get all of the supports put back in underneath these boards because they're still loose. I'll still need these ones to be a little bit removable, just so that I can get to some of the detailing just round in the back corner here, and the bridge section here that I'll make as a structure, I'll probably make it exactly the same style as what I've done with this, where I can you know, lift this whole piece out. So I'll do the same sort of thing with that, where I can lift it out, get it all detailed. So thank you very much for joining me in this update. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the start of a new project. I'm really looking forward to getting another sort of scenic section started, and then whilst in the cold snap of the weather, I can then get all of the big structures done, and then hopefully heading in towards the spring I can get back to doing a lot more of sort of the little details and really starting to pull some of the scenes together. But with this scenic board that's going in, it's going to mean that I've got well over sort of half of the layout, you know, all fixed in place and kind of finalised to the plan of how I want it to be. So thank you very much for joining. and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.